Who are the Sakha or the Yakuts in Russia? Sakha, also called Yakut, one of the major peoples of eastern Siberia, numbering some 380,000 in the late 20th century. In the 17th century, they inhabited a limited area on the Middle Lena River, but in modern times they expanded throughout Sakha Republic or Yakutia in far northeastern Russia. They speak a Turkic language. The Sakha are thought to be an admixture of migrants from the Lake Baikal region with the aborigines of the Lena, probably mostly Evenk or Evenki, who have contributed much to their culture. Other evidence, however, points to a southern ancestry related to the Turkic-speaking tribes of the steppe and the Altai Mountains. The early history of the Sakha is little known, though epic tales date from the 10th century. In the 17th century, they peacefully assimilated with other northern peoples and consisted of 80 independent tribes, subdivided into clans. The nuclear family was the primary Sakha social unit. The position of women in family and public life was generally inferior. Supernatural power was attributed to blacksmiths, since their art was considered a divine gift. The old Sakha religion had many supernatural spirits, good and evil. Black shamans dealt with evil spirits and could be benevolent or harmful. White shamans were concerned with spiritual intercession for human beings. Two major religious festivals were celebrated with ritual use of komis or fermented mare's milk, one in spring for good spirits and one in fall accompanied by blood sacrifices of livestock for evil spirits. Russian penetration of the region began in the 17th century, and a major revolt against Russian occupation occurred in 1642. In the early 20th century, a nationalist movement emerged in the area, the Yakut Union. In April 1922, the Bolshevik regime established the Yakut ASSR. In 1924, the discovery of gold in the south led to large-scale Russian migration to the region, while in 1926, Sakha comprised 81.6% of the republic's population. By 1989, this had fallen to 33.4%. Russian migration produced an intensification of inter-ethnic tension and led to clashes and mass demonstrations in the 1980s. In the autumn of 1990, the Yakutia Supreme Soviet renamed the Republic Sakha. Sakha has been at the forefront of the movement demanding increased control over local resources. A new constitution for the Republic has established Sakha citizenship. In April 1995, the Republican authorities concluded a bilateral treaty with Moscow. Sakha currently forms the largest sub-national territorial unit in the world and is endowed with substantial natural resources in the form of diamonds, gold, and mineral ores. Sakha and Russian are co-official languages in Sakha. The Chakchi, Dolgan, Yukagir, Even, and Evenk languages have localized official status in areas where their speakers predominate. The Sakha are not considered to number among the small peoples of the north, and due to their numbers, assimilatory pressures have less impact on Sakha. In fact, Sakha identity exercises an assimilatory impact on some of the Republic's smaller turkic groups. The proportional share of Sakha in the total population of Sakha has increased since the collapse of the Soviet Union, and according to reports, ethnic Sakha are overrepresented in the Republic's political institutions, a situation that may at times have created tensions with ethnic Russian inhabitants of the region. However, there has been little active separatist sentiment in the region.